So I was digging around in my flower beds to see if I could find any chamomile that reseeded itself. And way, let's see if I can get you down in there. Way down in there. Do you see him? He's right there. See that little fuzzy little guy? My baby chamomile. He reseeded himself. All right, I'm gonna help him out and reseed some more. So it took me a while of planting and experimenting to find out what lavender grows well in the Midwest. I'm in the United States. Been growing in Kansas, will soon be moving to Missouri. Not that far apart. And I've had really good luck with this Grosso, Grosso. It's a French lavender. It's like a hybrid. And it just comes back every year, and I keep it in this raised bed. So it's supposed to grow really well in well-drained soil. So it's just in an old box, like an old raised box. And it's kind of junky, falling apart, but this plant gets huge every year. It just thrives in this. And it's in pretty good potting soil, and I do throw some bunny poo occasionally in there, along with some of my own compost. So I do baby it somewhat, but not really that much, and I don't do anything special to it in the winter, and it just comes back massively big every year. So if you're in the Midwest and you're looking for a good lavender plant, this one blooms after, it's like midsummer. So like all your English lavenders would already be probably done. This one keeps going. It's not good for really wet, humid areas. It doesn't like wet feet. So yeah, it's the Grosso lavender. It's really a nice lavender plant for the Midwest. And this is all stuff from last year. This will all go away, and all this green will take over and get huge, and it does big, huge purple spikes. If you like lavender spikes to make your own wands or tea or whatever you like doing with your lavender, try, and you're in the Midwest, try this Grosso. And what I'm doing here is getting my seedlings ready. I'm about to start really working on the front entranceway to the property in the Ozarks, and I want to landscape that this year. And I want a combination of sort of a Beauty and the Beast, if you will, because that's what I think of the Ozarks. I think of it as raw beauty. That's not like, I wouldn't put a bunch of delicate flowers there. It's just raw beauty. And so what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to mix purple echinacea because it's native to the area. I talk about it a lot, but I'm a kind of gardener that I like to put something in the ground and not have to foo-foo with it. I don't want to foo-foo. And if I have to help it along all the time, I don't have the patience. I just want something that's reliable, and I don't have to fight nature. I don't want to fight nature. It's why I'm always talking about I grow what, or I tend to garden what grows well in my area. So that being said, I think I'm going to do a mixture of chamomile with borage with purple echinacea, and then in the back for some height I'm going to add the black hollyhocks. I don't know why I'm so attracted to hollyhocks this year. I think because there's a story about outhouses. Back in the day when people had outhouses and ladies would come to visit, they didn't like to ask, like, where's the privy? All they had to do, because there was a lot of outbuildings, so to distinguish the outhouse, they would look for the hollyhocks, and people would plant hollyhocks near their outhouse. I don't know if that's true. I just like the story. So to me, that's kind of got an Ozark feel to it. So I'm going to do that. I'm also going to do columbine, just because they grow very easily in that area. So that gives me, and then, like I said, the chamomile. So what I did this year was I just threw seeds in these big pots outside, and then the squirrels come and they love my pots because there's a lot of nut trees around here. So they dig up. I forgot to put covers on my pots this year, so they dug everything up. But I managed to save a few. So out of my first batch, I got one chamomile, German chamomile, I believe. And I got a bunch of butterfly flowers. I don't know if that's the same as a butterfly bush. I don't remember. That was all, I bought all these seeds before I got sick, so I've been in like, the sick land for a while, but I'm feeling better now. So anyway, they're butterfly flowers. I'm gonna have to look that up again. And then I got the dwarf hollyhocks here. So I ended up with 1 chamomile and 2, 4, 6, 8 of the butterfly flowers, and then 6 dwarf hollyhocks. And then I'm gonna come back in and I'm gonna put a lot of chamomile in a pot, and then I'm gonna put a lot of columbine in the pot and get those sprouted. And I've got a lot of echinacea down there I can dig up. And then I'm gonna plant borage, and yeah, and then add some lavender and some more of that Grasso lavender. So I thought the purple lavender, the purple borage, the purple echinacea, the white delicate chamomile to kind of soften the whole thing a little bit. That's my beauty. And the others are kind of my beasts. And then the height of the hollyhocks in the back. Now these dwarf hollyhocks I've never grown before, so I don't know. I don't know what that's going to be like. I'm excited to try them this year. And then the columbine for just some fun color. And then I always do zinnia. Zinnia is my favorite. It's my signature flower. It may not smell the greatest, but it brings the butterflies. Oh my goodness, the butterflies. And the butterflies down there are amazing already. I've got the zebra swallowtails. I've got monarchs. I've got everything. Huge butterflies flying through. So I want to feed them. I want to invite them to stay. So that's, I think that's how I'm going to landscape. I haven't decided on the shape yet. Don't know if I want a rectangle next to the driveway or if I want to go with a more circular pattern. Not sure yet. I'm just going to have to move the landscape timbers around until I find a shape that I'm happy with. All right, that's it for now.